Hello, welcome to this week's reading. Tonight I am reading What Should Your Next Step Be? So I have the first stack here. This has a clear quartz crystal. The second group has my rose quartz pendulum. And the third group has the feather. So take a moment and decide which group is going to answer your question. Okay. I'm going to start with number 1. Okay, so first we have the yin-yang reversed, and I'm going to read out of my book to tell you what that means for you. Okay, so when it's reversed, it reveals a yang cycle, one that is active, outgoing energy. It calls for a more logical approach to things, but logic needs to be applied in a purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity and new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of the highly charged yang time. So you're supposed to be active, doing something. Death card. Death is all about endings and release. So I'm going to pull this one open for you. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Death is an illusion. It is a fact of life that the human body we use to travel the earth in must stop working. It's not meant to exist forever. The energy and consciousness that inhabited the body is free and returns to its natural home, but never abandons us. Learn to view death as merely change. Everything must change because stagnancy extinguishes progress. And right now you're in this yang cycle. You're in this active moving cycle. So you don't want to end progress by holding yourself back with grief, holding yourself back with not letting go of people and things that have ended. So that's what that card's all about for you right now. The clouds shape-shifting. This is also another card, kind of like the death card, where things are changing. Look at that one for you. In both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shape-shift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms such as facial expression, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these, along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending upon the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one that you are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. So, there you go. You're needing to actively try different things, move and change in different ways in order to get the desired outcome that you are trying to get. Now with the tarot, we have the Two of Cups card, which is a card of love, the Justice card, which can be a card of something happening legally, and it can also be just a karmic card. It can be a card to do things that you know you need to do right now because logically they make sense. So it's a logic card, and remember, logic was brought up back here also. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, growing something that you've been working on that gives you a stability. It can be any area of your life, but it's usually financial or career. Work on the growing of that. So with this Two of Cups, also work on doing something in your personal life to move that forward. So you need to be trying out different things, being active, and let go of what's past. So that is the step that you need to do Next, now we're going to move on to group number 2. Okay, so blossoming abundance reversed. I just read this earlier today, and what that means is a potential decrease in funds could happen. But what it means for you that you need to do is you need to be very practical with your finances right now. You need to safeguard yourself. So if it is happening, just start looking at your finances in a different way. Start writing out plans. Start finding a way to come into a different place with that in your life. You might even need to connect with somebody who is really skilled in the financial area to help you with that. If you haven't already seen that decrease start, it may happen soon. So in order to safeguard yourself against that, build up your savings, be prepared for it, and also be in a place of love. I'm going to read this card to you. This is a really important card. You are love. It is your inherent vibration. The obstacles and challenges of the physical dimension attempt to trick you into thinking there are other ways to view life, but there is only one way that is natural to your being: love. This card simply reminds you that your soul is made of God's pure, divine, vibrational force of love, that you need to bring this awareness to bear on every aspect of your life and being. Love is a healing energy. All anxiety and drama cannot exist in the aura of love. Most souls have come back to this earth to learn, accept, and utilize this harmonic force and to see its effect on their lives. It is your time to remind others of the strength of their own power of God, to assist them in knowing fully that love is the most powerful element in the universe. It builds, fortifies, strengthens even the most lost person. When we live in the power of love, then and only then will we know truth. True love is the spiritual link between us and God. It will guide our footsteps through the conflicts of the material world, and it will cleanse our hearts of unwanted facets of the human personality. So be in a place of love right now. And the thing that will help you do that is to get grounded. I'm going to read this card to you now. You have been feeling scattered and spacey lately. You are not fully in your body, and that is because you have not been able to get grounded. It is quite literal that your body is made up of the materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from the earth. So get grounded. You can do so quite simply with your feet firmly planted on the ground wherever you are. Feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you can imagine these roots going even deeper. Each time you inhale, draw up the loving, nurturing power of Earth Mother. As soon as you have a chance, go outdoors, sit or stand with your back supported on a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so that you can maintain this connection. So get grounded, be in the place of love, and be in preparation. You might be able to avoid financial decrease if you do these two things. So then we have Ace of Pentacles. That starts something new financially, is what that's telling you to do. And once you get grounded and get into this place, it'll come to you what that thing is. Let go of your burdens. You're feeling burdened. You're feeling the pain of loss. You're feeling all the bad stuff that's happening. You're feeling it. That's why you're being told to do the two things. That's what's bringing in the energy for you that's making this happen. So you need to let that go. You need to breathe, get grounded, and just release this. You don't need to hold that. And if you do, the whole world is yours. You'll feel like you are standing on top of the world. Okay, so that is number 2. Moving on to the final group, number 3, that had the feather. the World reversed, forgiveness, fog, Hanged Man, Six of Swords, and Page of Swords. So, the World reversed. I have not pulled that card yet, and I've had this deck for a long time. So, I'm going to get to that in the book for you. I'm almost there, just by opening it up. Okay. Receiving the World reversed means that you've been severely limiting your view of things. You're thinking too narrowly, either in your opinion for action or in what you feel you deserve. You may be feeling boxed in by your old ways of doing things, not quite sure how to expand. This card calls for you to think creatively outside the box and find yourself now. Find yourself in the now. Be in the now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt. But you have the option still to let all of that go, and this card is telling you not to wait a minute longer to do so. It's time to break out, see the unlimited horizons around you, and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage. So, break out of your box because it's limiting you. You have belief systems that are keeping you stuck. Break away from it. Start to see things in a new way, and you will see which way to go. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. It blocks the flow of love, and therefore it blocks your view of what to do and where to go. It makes you feel like you're veiled in fog. So I am going to read forgiveness to you. You can never flow with your natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul in your path has free will, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestation of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break that pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life. And I'm going to read you that fog card too. So, start thinking outside the box. Let go, forgive. You are enmeshed in confusion and uncertainty and are unsure if it will clear up. It's kind of like this card. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Know that this foggy veil will eventually dissolve, even though there may be ways you are unconsciously contributing to this state. Yes, you are. The greater truth is that it is simply a cycle you are moving through, and like all things, this too shall pass. Allow yourself to feel confused. In fact, decide to be confused. No matter what attempts you make right now to make things happen or move in a specific direction out of impatience or frustration, you only create more confusion and uncertainty. So be still. Be patient. Wait for that first glimmer of awareness to lift the veil so that you can see the choices before you more clearly, and then you can choose to align yourself with the will of Spirit. So be calm, be present, do some forgiving right now, mostly of yourself, and it'll help you to start to see things in a different way so that you'll see which way to go. It'll show itself to you. And it's important. Spirit is... Okay. So, Spirit is telling me that it's important that I don't tell you which way to go, that you need to do this work. You need to be still and patient so this fog will lift. You need to do this forgiveness work, mainly on yourself, and then you'll see it. It's important that you see it. See, right now you are this hanged man. You are hanging in balance, not knowing what to do. You're going to know if you do this work, and then you're going to be moving out of the stormy waters that you feel yourself in right now and making a new way for yourself. Okay? So those are the groups today. And if you need a full reading from me, please go to one of the links that I am putting below so that you can check it out on my website, or you can go to my Facebook page and message me there. All of my services are listed on both places and my prices, so I'm happy to help you. And I hope everyone is having a good week and a happy November. I will be on here next weekend to bring you another pick a card reading. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.